Hello everyone, welcome to Get My Class. Today we are going to solve this question which says somatic hybridization of potato and tomato would result in dash. Option A, potamo. Option B, it says otapom. Option C says pomato and option D says topamo. Okay, so let us understand the question. It says somatic hybridization of, it should be of, should be there, of potato and tomato would result in. So what will be the result if there is somatic hybridization of potato and tomato? So before we actually look into what will be the result, first let us understand what do we mean by somatic hybridization. What do you mean by somatic hybridization? You would have heard about somatic cells, right? What are the somatic cells? Somatic cells are nothing but the vegetative cells. Okay, these are what? These are vegetative cells. Okay, you have two types of cells. One is vegetative cells, the other one is, you can say, germ cells. Okay, germ cells. Germ cells, which finally they will give rise to gametes. Okay, or these are also called as the sex cells. Okay, these gametes are called as the sex cells. Whereas the vegetative cells, they will be like, they will always divide by mitosis. Whereas the germ cells, they will divide by meiosis. Okay. So what is somatic hybridization? Somatic hybridization is nothing but formation of hybrid using somatic cells. You can say fusion of somatic cells. That's it. Okay, what kind of somatic cells? Here we are talking about fusion of. This happens in case of we are talking with respect to potato and tomato. So we are talking about fusion of somatic cells of two different plants. Okay, plants. Now, what does it mean? Okay, why are we doing it? We are doing it so as to get the result. Okay, so as to get a somatic hybrid, which is having the desired characteristics from both the plants. Okay, maybe one is having drought resistant capacity, the other one is having high yield capacity. So we want the characteristics to be in one plant or in the offspring. So what do? We try to do somatic hybridization. Okay, so the result of this fusion will be somatic hybrid. This will have the characteristics of both the parents. Okay, now how is this somatic hybrid is able to have characteristics of both the parents? Because where are the characteristics coming from? They are coming from the genes, and hence we are using the somatic cells of two different plants, and that is how when we are fusing it, even the nucleus is also getting fused, right? The nuclei of both the parental cells will get fused. So let us see how this happens. Okay, for example, here let us take the example of potato and tomato. Now we will take first of all, whichever the cell is. So here we are talking about the plant cell because we are talking about the potato and tomato. So the cell wall should be removed. Okay? Cell wall should be digested. This is cell wall, this is cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane. Now this cell wall should be digested, because if cell wall is there, then fusion will not be happening. Okay, this is the vacuole, then you have the nucleus. Okay, then you have the other organelles, mitochondria, chloroplasts, etc. Okay, so what do we do? From both the parental cells, like somatic cells of individual plants, you will digest first the cell wall by enzymatic action. Okay, by enzymes. Okay, now what happens? Then the cell wall will be removed and you will be having only the nucleus. Okay, this is the nucleus. This is called as, so both the plants, we have taken the cells and we have removed the cell wall. So now what do you have? You have the protoplast. Okay, this is what is called as protoplast. Suppose this is of the potato, and this is of the protoplasm. Okay, or protoplast we will say. And this is of the tomato, protoplast. This is protoplast. So what is protoplast? Protoplast is the plant cell without the cell wall. That's it. Okay. This is also protoplast. Now this is of what? This is tomato. So when we do the fusion with the help of certain chemicals like PEG, that is polyethylene glycol, etc., they will undergo first cytofusion. That means First, the fusion of the cell will occur, and then finally, even the nucleus will, both the nuclei will fuse. Okay, nucleus is singular, nuclei is plural. Now, what you get is the hybrid, or you can say somatic hybrid. Okay, somatic hybrid. So, what is this called as? Since it is formed by the fusion of potato and tomato, this somatic hybrid in this case will be called as pomato. Pomato. Okay, that is what is the name given. And now, what is its use? This will produce both potatoes on the ground, and in the shoot, it will produce tomatoes. I know it is unbelievable that both the plants, like both the, that is both the things, potatoes and tomatoes being produced on the same one, but it happens. Okay, so that is where this, combination of the genes play a role. Okay, so let us see now. It says somatic hybridization of potato and tomato would result in dash. Option A says potamo, which is wrong. Option B says potapom, which is again wrong. Option C says pomato, because that is what is the name given. Okay, so pomato is a somatic hybrid of potato and tomato. That is the correct answer. And the last one says topamo, that is again wrong. So let us conclude the answer. The answer is option C. I hope you understood the explanation. Thank you, everyone.